All right, all right. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our live tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking entertainment. Tonight we're going to be talking about modeling. I have one of my great friends with me tonight. She's been working with me for quite some time. She's from America's Next Top Model. And she's a new author of a best-selling modeling book, and she's going to be giving us a lot of guidance today. So let's welcome into the studio Miss Renee Bhagwandeen.
Hey, hey, Josh.
Hey, nobody else can clap, so I'm going to clap.
How are
Renee,
you?
what's up? How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Enjoying the weather just got warmer, so
Did it? Well,
pretty
it's been
good. Yeah.
freezing. It's been freezing over here, as you could see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you as always.
Thanks for
And
having me.
just wanted to catch up with you, like what's going on in Renee's world. I've seen you with some great, amazing photos on your Instagram. So what's new?
Well, this year I have been really focusing on my new book, The Business Model.
The business model. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How's that?
It's been doing so good. Like the best part about this is that I've learned so much in my industry and I see so much misinformation being taught to models. So it's like really refreshing to be able to share what I've learned because everybody's journey is different. And I don't know, I've been having so much fun meeting different people and learning their journeys and, just enjoying my
Yeah.
craft.
So what gave you that drive to write that book?
Well, honestly, it started off when I was working with you guys. Like I've seen so many models out there. They really, really just need to learn what it is and what it means to be a model. And a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize that being a model is a job. They don't realize that modeling is marketing. They think it's all about being cute and it's all about them, but it's really just marketing. It's how you sell or help the brand sell its product. And if you're
Yeah.
good at that, yeah, if you're good at that, you can make some good money.
That's good. Well, I'm excited to get it. I still need to get my copy. So, but
I'll
I,
send
I'd like I want a special one that's like signed by
you.
you and like a nice little note so I could hang it up in my work area, you know?
I love that. I love that. I got y'all special edition just for Josh.
Special edition, one of one. That's not now that's what I'm talking about. But
Hmm.
tell me more about the book. Like what does it entail? Like is it really like the how-tos of like getting into modeling? Is it how like posing? Like what is the meat of the book?
Okay, so I know a lot of people they teach you how to pose, they teach you how to basically do runway, but no one really teaches you the business of modeling.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing. And it's not just the business of modeling, a general thing, it's about you. So it's also kind of like a workbook, so you can write down your model stats. I'll show you. We have basically a model one-on-one. We on the book you like try to figure out your own personal branding. A lot of questionnaires so that you're like really specific with your own career. One of the things that I did in the beginning of my career was I did a mood board. And the mood board was all about what I wanted to do, the types of jobs I wanted to be in and, basically star in. And for me, I did a mood board, and all of the jobs that I put on my mood board, I ended up doing. So I think if, in order for you to see the dream, to be the dream, you have to see the dream. So this
Yeah.
book just helps you put everything together, organize your thoughts, organize everything that you need. For example, you go to castings and they always ask you to fill out all these different forms, and a lot of people they don't know what to write. They're not even prepared. To be a professional, you have to be prepared. So we have pages in this book that's going to give you casting information that you write down for yourself so that when you get to these castings and different go-sees, you're prepared. I need you to be super prepared and super professional because people don't have time to teach you when you get there.
Yeah. That's really cool, man. I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. And yeah, like anything that we can do to help out, you know, we definitely need to get our preview models those books for sure before coming to Hollywood, so that they're ready. I know we talked about it before, and bad on me because I've been a little behind. I've been super busy on my end, but I do still want to catch up with you and have that conversation because I
Yes,
didn't
of
forget.
course. I know you've been busy keeping those
But
ladies driving all those ladies crazy.
oh Jesus. Hey, there's rumors out there that you and I are dating.
I know. Did you tell everybody our secret?
I'm gonna tell you, they're
That's
gonna
hilarious.
run with that one.
Oh my
Josh in a new relationship. Yeah, I see it. I
gosh.
see it every day.
Yeah, I know my cousin, she texted me a picture of both of us. She's just like, "Are you dating Josh?" I'm like, I'm very private with my life in general.
How'd you know?
I know, right? Just like, yeah.
Yeah.
She's freaking out.
No, me and Renee have been cool for years and years and years. So, but yeah, so what I wanted to do, because I know we have a lot of preview models joining this. We have a lot of clients from Spotlight, this new platform that we're launching now, and doing a lot of lives on here. And really, it's just like, information, like what's going
Yeah.
on in the modeling world, picking your brain. I mean, I see that you've been pretty busy. Like, have you been, doing a lot of shoots lately or?
Actually, yeah. So my career has completely changed in the past 2 or 3 years. I went from being a fashion model to more of a commercial model and acting. And honestly, coming from the fashion world, which I absolutely love, to the commercial world, I don't know what took me so long to come into this industry because, first of all, you make some good money in the commercial industry. And I am just having so much fun. I have a different husband, a different husband every week. I get
I
to shoot
know, I see that all the time. I'm like, damn, she got married again. You're
with
always in those
kids.
wedding shoots.
Exactly. I don't know. I just did a Wells Fargo shoot and I had a fake husband, a fake dad, a mini fake me. It was so weird because they got like a little girl that looked just like me to play the young version of me. So I don't know. I'm just having so much fun. And I just shot a movie that I can't really talk about. I'm really excited about that one.
Is
So
it the one I know about or is it another one?
no, it's another one. I just shot
Wow.
it a month ago. We just wrapped probably like the second week in January. That one, I get to be the biggest villain in the entire world. I don't know why people like see me as a villain.
You get to be a little street version in
Well,
those
no,
streets.
not street version. This one's like super like sassy rich girl, scary. So
Okay. I could definitely see that for
oh
sure, for
my
sure.
gosh. No, it was fun.
Well,
So
that's
we
crazy. Well, you know what though? You are always hustling, man. You are always hustling. You're always on. Like you've always been in it. Like commercial print, runway, movies, reality television. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I
Like
don't know.
you are the testament that is like you can do whatever you put your mind to. You
You
know.
have to. That's the biggest reason I did this book is because I think a lot of people are under the impression that coming into this industry you have to look a certain way and be a certain way. But the more the industry changes is the more that you have the opportunity to do what the F you want, man. Just like do what you want and don't let anybody stop you. If you believe in you, who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna stop us?
Yeah. And yeah, manifesting that, just like you said,
Mhm.
like honestly, I do that. I do that too.
I see
Might
that.
sound a
I see
little
you
conceited,
working.
but sometimes I get in the mirror and I'm like, you are a star. You,
You have
you know,
to. No, you
you
have
gotta,
to.
you gotta tell yourself. You gotta tell
Mhm.
yourself. You know.
Yeah, and like one
Um,
big thing too is like I want you guys to put like sticky notes on your mirrors, like in front of your toilet. So the first thing you see is those goals, because you gotta in order to see the dream, you have to be the dream, you have to see the dream. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, so what we want to do is definitely we want you guys to check out Renee's book.
yeah,
Has a lot of cool information in it. I think we can, yeah, that's right there. Put it up a little bit so we can see it.
this is my
Ooh, who's that? Who's that beautiful girl on the front?
oh, you're so sweet. That's me.
Ooh, wow. I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
And I mean, people can look at that. It's on Amazon, right? And it's on, the link is on your Instagram as well. And then
Yes, it
maybe
is.
if we could put a little link in the chat for you guys to check it out. But if anybody knows the business in modeling, it is my friend Renee, let me tell you. So, but yeah, so happy to have you on. Excited for everything that you're doing, and looking forward to hopefully having you at the Preview Models March event.
That's exciting.
Yes,
Is it in
yes.
Vegas? I couldn't resist.
Oh, okay, okay. You want me to invite you to Vegas, huh? Okay.
That's hilarious.
All right, you had to pull one out, didn't you?
Yeah,
Didn't you? You
I
just
couldn't
had to
resist.
one up me. All right. Now, so yeah, now, what we want to do is we want you guys to pick Renee's brain. Anything that's on your guys' mind, entertainment, modeling, anything you want to know about her book or her story. We're kind of opening it up as a Q&A, and having her on here for you guys. So let's get into some questions, Renee. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, where should I start if I want to become a model?
Ooh, that's a really good question. You got to start within. You got to be real with yourself. What do you want to do? What exactly do you want to do as a model? You really got to ask yourself that question because there's so many different opportunities and so many different things, right? So you have to ask
Yeah, so
yourself,
many different avenues for sure.
yeah, what kind of model am I? What do I fit in naturally? And if you want to break some boundaries, are you willing to work that hard to be able to be the first in that field? And if the answer is yes, then you start your research. Start researching how you get there. And the internet is free, guys. It's out here for all of us. Start looking at
You
models
you
that
know what
go
else
ahead.
is free, Renee?
What's free?
Is this new Spotlight platform that we're on right now is
Oh, is it?
it's a free platform, yeah, for all of our preview models. And what we're trying to do is provide information, do a ton of lives, and have people like yourself and agencies. There's agency ghosties that are attached to it.
I would love that.
So yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, we
So people,
just
so people
started
can
it.
do ghosties here.
Yeah, we
Passive
have agencies
ghosties.
on. Yep.
I love that. That makes it like the process of like booking models for jobs so much easier. And dang, I have to look more into this because it's not just good for being live, but it's also good for agents to meet with like people from all across the world. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And also we have a magazine attached to it. So we just launched
Oh,
Spotlight magazine, and I don't know if you were aware, but we just wrapped up our Paris production in December.
oh yeah,
And
really?
so yeah, so we're doing like our first issue from that Paris production that we did. And
Okay.
we have basically a voting system where people can go on and vote for, who they want to be on the cover or who gets spreads. Like, it's a really
Oh,
cool thing. Yeah,
that's
and we're
awesome.
bringing that to the March event as well. And I
Really?
mean,
Because yeah,
we'd
being on
love
the
to.
cover of a magazine is like really great for your book. That's when you say where do you start? That's a good place to start. Get
You know
yourself
what I
published.
think? You know what I think we should do
Which
is I think we should give you like a full spread and talk
ooh,
about the business model in the
I would love
magazine.
that. I would love that. Thanks, Josh.
Hey, I just came up with it on the fly,
See, that's why I pay you the big bucks.
Oh man. All right, so let's get into these questions. How did you get discovered, Renee?
Oh my gosh, that's a funny story. I got discovered on MySpace.
MySpace?
Yeah, see
I
how old I
always forget that. Like, I know that you told me that like probably 50 times. But
am.
every time you say it, it's still funny to me.
It is funny because the first time I got discovered, this lady from Ford Models, she was just like, "Hey, come in. We'd love to meet with you." I was 16 at the time, and my mom was like, "Absolutely not." She was just like, "When you graduate high school, then you can do it." So obviously, me being an overachiever, I found a way to graduate high school when I was 16, and then I went back to my mom and I was like, "I want to be a model." And she's just like, "Well, when you live under my roof, you're gonna have to wait till you turn 18. So the day I
Oh,
turned
damn.
18, yeah, I went in, I met with her, and I got my first go see with Bruce Weber, the legendary Bruce Weber for Abercrombie and Fitch. That was my first ever anything.
Wow.
That was really cool. But it was definitely a hard um period of time in my life because I really got a chance to like think, reflect. That's when I made my mood board. I ripped up all my mom's magazines and like I put all the my dream clients. I put Victoria's Secret, Louis Vuitton, Macy's, Target, all these things that I wanted to do, even America's Next Top Model. And all these things were in my dream board. And till, almost a little bit over 10 years later, they all came true. I think determination is what makes you do the damn thing.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Um, so let's also I wanted to know, someone who was asking was, how was your time on America's Next Top Model?
Honestly, I had just come off of do a year of training to be Miss Trinidad and Tobago when at Miss Universe. So I was already fully briefed on production and working, like on camera for a long time, for a whole year. And when I got there, it felt like home. I absolutely knew how big of a deal it was because this is one of my favorite shows since I was like little. And I just had so much fun. Like it was just, like you work super hard and you kind of start seeing the fruits of your labor start paying off. And I got to meet Tyra Banks and I got to meet all the cool people. It was just one of the most amazing, crazy, stressful, crazy experiences of my life. I would never change it for anything. It really was,
Yeah, yeah. I got to be friends with some of your castmates as well. Me
yeah,
and Don are obviously, we're real
yeah.
close. And
Don is
I
really
know.
cool. Don really helped me learn business. He really should, like he's a businessman, so he
Oh
really
yeah,
reminded me that this is about business. So
absolutely,
it was
absolutely.
definitely, I'm so happy. I'm thankful I had the cast that I did because the people there, like, Corey, Nina, even Marvin, it was just, everybody there was just so like memorable in my like heart of hearts. I can't wait to tell my grandkids about how crazy we all are.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So if you could do it all over again, would you still go on America's Next Top Model?
100%, 100%. I had so much fun. Like I got bitten on my butt by a leopard, a baby leopard in Bali. I got to do a runway shoot down the side of like 100-story building. Like, come on, like I
Yeah,
had I had a blast. Like there's things that I would have never been able to do. It was hard now. It was one of those hardest things I've ever done. But I had fun.
yeah,
I
that's
had
good.
yeah.
All right, so let's get back into this here, Renee. What type of questions do they ask during the casting? Can you cover that a little bit? So, like, what are the general
Mm,
questions, I guess, when you're going into a casting? I guess I know it's all over the board as far as what you're casting for. So
yeah.
let's start with like modeling, commercial
Okay.
print or some kind of commercial job. Like what do they what happens in that casting?
Okay, so funny enough, one thing that you always have to know as a model, it's kind of your business card, apart from your comp card. The first thing they ask you is a slate. So to slate is not just for models, it's for pretty much everyone in entertainment because everybody has to know who you are, why you're here, and who are you represented by. So it's basically your name, your age, your agency, your location, and sometimes they'll ask you something weird at the end, like what's your favorite food. So usually it would be like, hi, my name is Renee Bhagwandeen, I am with Elite Models and I love hot dogs. You know what I mean? Like you got to practice that all the time because the better you are at that, it's like that's how you catch their attention. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be boring, but if you can make it like, does she like hot dogs, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
was gonna do
you know,
you?
yeah,
Do
no, that's
you?
what
That
they would
actually
do.
stuck. That actually stuck.
Yeah. No, and like I got booked from a job in South Africa because I said that. And it's true. It really is true. but they called me the hot dog girl all through set for a Lexus commercial. And out of all the girls, everybody wanted that job. And I think, you know, you have to be memorable. You don't have to be the best ever. You just have to be someone that has something real out of you. You know what I mean? They hear pasta and sushi and pizza every day. Give them something to remember.
What's your favorite type of hot dog?
Ooh, so I like it when it's deep fried in like hot Cheeto sauce. Serious, I used to work at Nathan's. So I used to make all these.
Damn, I have never tried that, and I love
so
hot
good.
dogs.
Yeah, no, it's
Where
so
do you
good.
even get that?
Well, I used to work at Nathan's Hot Dogs in high school, and it's so bad. Don't tell my ex-boss. I got fired for this, but I used to make like all these like random hot dog concoctions. Like I used to deep fry it in hush puppy batter.
Yeah.
Stuff, and like put like, you know, cool Dorito. They will bring their ingredients and we'll like make it and give it to them. We'll sell it to them for like $20.
Do you still make those?
I do sometimes. Like my nephews, they, you know, they love it. One's really picky, so I have to like find like creative ways to like make it. But you know, just like
and all the years and all the Airbnbs that we've had, like you couldn't make me a deep fried hot dog.
I know. I got you next time. Don't worry, I'm gonna bring you. The best is cake batter. You have to dip it in cake batter and deep fry it. That is like it's like deep fried pickles. It's so good.
That's crazy. Really those are some wild hot dogs. Okay, well,
yeah.
I learned something tonight.
But you see, if you say that in a casting, it's gonna make them want to ask you more questions, right? It's kind of a tactic. So that's a tip.
You have great point. You heard it here first from Renee, the hot dog queen. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she'll own that too, because hey, she's getting jobs with it. Yeah,
right.
Whatever
it
works.
It works.
Yeah. All right. See here, Josh. This is a random, but could you please say hi to my daughter Gemma? She's 5, and she's the one that drew the picture of you and the 90-day guys. Excited that you commented. Hey Gemma, good to see you, and thank you so much for that cool photo. That was awesome. I loved my necklace in it. It was the best. I thought I was the best looking in the photo, and you did an amazing job on that picture. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Is it impossible to do runway as a 5'8" male?
Absolutely not. Actually, the other day I went to a swim week fashion show for Sports Illustrated, and there was a one-legged model walking down that runway. So if you can believe in yourself enough and you have the right tools, you can do anything. You can literally do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything's changed so much anyway. Like there's not really much restrictions on certain jobs, maybe on certain agencies. Like there are requirements for certain agencies and people that they work with. But as far as like this, you know, job scale, I think there's really a place for everybody. Like if this is something you're passionate about and you really have drive and determination and knowledge and you network, like it's definitely something that everybody could do.
Yeah,
for sure.
Make yourself like this girl. This girl signed by a top agency. I think she signed with Wilhelmina. And I think that was like the biggest keep going, because I thought when I turned 30, everything would change for me. And it did. I started doing a lot more commercial modeling, which I absolutely loved. I think more than fashion. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you gotta be innovative, just like the hot dog thing. You have to like figure out a way. Like, why do they need you? Like I was on the runway one time with a girl who was walking with a monkey, and she was booked for every show because of her monkey. Figure out what makes you that it factor something. Like you have to, and don't go looking crazy, but you know what I mean? Like you have to figure something out that makes you different. 100%. And it works. People like a show.
Yeah. You know, to be honest, like, since Jet's accident, like so many more people have wanted to work with him, you know, like I've had a couple of meetings out in Hollywood with people that were like, we want to have him in a movie. We want him to do this and that. And I've even thought about like modeling, because Jet, he's a really good looking kid. You know what I mean?
No,
and, you know, it is something that like people are like, like it's inspirational in a sense, you know?
It's inspirational, and people are sick of seeing the same things over and over. People want to see something that inspires them. Like, you know what I mean? Jed, first of all, Jed's good looking. Like, he would have he would have been able to
Well,
do
we
it.
all know where he got his
Yeah.
looks from. Come on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, but you know, like people just really want to they want a story that can inspire, not they don't want just plastic. They want somebody that's real, like a human that's like doing their story. And we're so sick of everyone copying everyone. It's time
Yeah,
for us to like be super unique and change the game. Period.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. All right. Back into this. Would you recommend doing multiple types of modeling?
I would. I do it. But you have to know yourself. You really, really have to know yourself. Because for me, I want to do different things. I get bored easy. But if you are someone that is super focused on doing one single thing, that's okay too. But it also gives, like, for example, because I did fashion, it opened up a lot of doors for me to do acting, hosting, you know, doing all these different things. So, you know, you can't just be a one trick pony, even though it's okay to be a one trick pony. I personally recommend trying a bunch of different things because you might find something you like. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, you know.
Mhm.
Never did I think I was going to be in reality television, but here we are.
There you
You
are.
leave the door open, you know, who knows where it's gonna go. You welcome
Exactly.
opportunity, and
Dude, I
sometimes I
can
just
see
go
you
where the wind takes
hosting.
me.
I
Huh?
can totally see you hosting. I can totally see you acting for sure.
Oh
Have you even
yeah,
thought about that?
funny you should ask now that you're interviewing me.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you. No, I've been writing a screenplay, and
That's
I'm
cool.
almost done.
Okay.
And I've been talking with David Walks. You know,
Okay.
David owns a production company, and we're gonna get a writer on it. But it's with the three guys, you know, Rob and Jamal, 90 Day Bad Boys, as they're known. It's like a comedic heist, and
That's fun.
I've been having a lot of fun writing it, just because it's like I'm writing their personalities into this, and like how
Right.
they bicker, and like our dynamic, and it's really coming together. And the topic that I chose is like, it's super hot right now. I can't mention it right now because everybody
Yeah.
would want to take my idea,
Super
but
secret.
it's really funny. And so yeah, that's something that I really actually want to do
That's
this
awesome.
year. Yeah.
You see? Yeah, see? And then like this world is so big. We gotta play and
Yeah.
have fun.
It's all about how much you believe in yourself. Like, once you stop
Yeah,
believing in yourself that you could do it, you can't do it anymore, you know?
exactly. No,
But,
it's true.
if you believe that you can do it, you believe you can get through it, you could believe you're gonna be the best, you know,
You
that is
will.
the first step. And yeah, then just work hard and determination, and, understand what you're getting into. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
All right. So, what would you say a good weight, a size and weight for a 6'2" male model trying to do high fashion runway?
I think the best weight is to be your weight. Like I said before, this is not the 90s. This is a whole new generation of models that are able to transcend stereotypes. So if you believe that you can go, and I'm not just saying this like anybody can do it because everyone's beautiful. No, if you feel like you belong on the runway, show them. Show up and show them. You know what I mean? Traditionally, they don't want males to be too big. They traditionally like men to be a little bit smaller, not too small, but smaller for fashion. But that doesn't matter. Traditionally, they didn't want models that look like me on the runway. They didn't want models that look like me in the front of the camera either. And guess what? Guess where I am now, over 10 years later, and still booked and busy. So
They
if you
didn't want beautiful
believe,
women in front of the camera?
they wanted a traditional look. I
I
was not
know
the
what you're
traditional
saying.
look. I know. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Like you have to believe in yourself enough. And there's a designer that's gonna want you for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
There's
And
definitely
you know what? Like, and that's one thing I love about preview models, is like how diverse the show is.
Oh yeah.
And, you know,
I
like
like.
how many people get to experience coming to Hollywood and dealing with like top models and seeing celebrities and Mario
Mhm.
Lopez and like the glitz and glam of Hollywood, you know, because everybody always looks at that and like wants to do it, you know,
Yeah.
and it could be this little shy person that, you know, goes to preview
Mhm.
models and experiences this Hollywood event. And maybe nothing happened for her, but what did happen is she had the time of her life and she saw that she could do something and she could achieve
Mhm.
something. So, you know, there's
Yeah.
always good. And that's one of the main reasons I love preview models so much,
Yeah.
is for, you know, that aspect of giving people like Hollywood, giving everybody Hollywood. That's what I love about it, you know?
I love that too. I also love too, like you said, the diversity in all the different walks of life. Like I remember there was this one lady. She told me like her story, and she told me, you know, like she's a little bit older, and she saw what she wanted from being there, and not just that, she got to meet so many different people that were like her, and I think that sparked so much fire inside of her. Everybody has a dream, and it doesn't start off the same way. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
preview really helps
absolutely.
these people just get that fire burning. I love that.
Yeah. 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 I never got to do anything like that when I was young, you know? Like
Yeah.
I
And now
didn't.
you provide people.
I didn't have direction and I had like nowhere to go with it, you know, and I knew that like I wanted to like be something. I didn't know
Hmm.
what. And my favorite movie at the time was Top Gun.
Okay.
And like I was like, yo, those guys are so cool. Like I want to
Yeah.
wear white uniforms, sing to girls in bars, like ride motorcycles, play volleyball on the beach. Like that's what I want to do with my life. And I joined the Navy. True story. I
You,
joined the Navy because of Top Gun. And let me tell you, it was not like the movie.
how did I
No.
not know you were in the Navy?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, when I was 18.
Oh my gosh.
18, I was a baby, yeah, signed up. But yeah, it wasn't like the movie, you know, I wasn't a naval aviator and I'm not Tom Cruise.
Well,
And I ended up I was,
you're a close second.
huh?
You're a close second.
I'm a close second?
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I appreciate that. I'll take it. From you, I will take that. Renee complimented me. She said, okay, I'm writing it down right now. No, but yeah, like I was a medic for the Marine Corps. I didn't actually go on a ship. So it was
Wow.
a different experience, but I have lifelong friends and like friends that are like master chiefs in the Navy now. Um,
Wow. My
and I
brother's a Marine.
didn't know. Yeah,
Turned out
well,
good.
I didn't know that. I just wanted to act like I was in the Navy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You got the
So
real
like,
experience.
I go through the real shit.
Yeah. See, you work hard. No, that's hard. Like I have
Yeah,
so much respect for you because that's really, really, really hard to be a Marine.
yeah. You
And
know,
the
and
Navy
like
too. Wow.
even now, like I'll be catching myself, like I'll be walking in LA and I'll see like the LAPD go by, and I'll be like, man, I think I might want to join the LAPD. And
Okay,
then like
it's too far now. Oh my God, the
whoever
LAPD.
whoever's next to me, Peyton, is be like, no, you don't want to join the LAPD.
Oh, how's Peyton? Oh my gosh, I miss him.
You know, he's complaining all the time, you know. No. We had we had a ton of meetings today. We were on all day, working
Yeah,
on a few things, few projects here and there, but he's the
like
same.
angry cat, chic
He's
angry
the
cat.
same. Yeah, I know. I know. All right, so let's get back into this. Where did I leave off here? What advice would you give to an experienced, I think that's experienced actor model who wants to take their career to the next level, acting in movies, doing high fashion shoots, and walking in Milan Fashion Week? Well, I would say I need to know like how experienced are you? Are you a
Right,
signed model? Are you like what are you doing? What have you done?
right.
I would say for you, um, Renee's book is probably great.
Mhm. Oh yeah, this is
Check
not just
out,
for, yeah, it's not just for
yeah,
new models.
check out
It's for,
Spotlight Pro because there's a lot of free information on there. And guys,
yeah.
if we could post in the link, the chat administration here, the link to Spotlight, give that free trial to everybody. If we can put that in the
Oh,
actual
it's really
chat so
good.
you guys can click it, check it out. But then also Um, Depending on like your experience level, I would say Preview Models. Preview Models has about 40 of the top agencies in the world that you get to see in one day.
Yeah. Okay.
There's casting directors, there's agents, there's managers, there's a lot of people there. But for you, like that's what my advice would be, just from like direction of where I've seen careers go. I don't know your experience level if you're like really experienced or if you're ready to meet with like Wilhelmina or so
Yeah.
I can't really gauge that question because I don't know who you are and your experience level. But those would be my top 3 for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Renee's
agree.
book, Spotlight, Preview Models. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
All
no, no.
right.
I totally agree.
All right. Are they still going to do the March event due to the fires? Just wondering. Yes. Yes. They're still doing the March event. It is as planned, as I know. I know that Los Angeles got a little bit of rain.
Oh.
I'm hoping that some of those fires begin to die down, but where the fires are, they're not near our area as far as where the production is or the actual show itself. So, yes, it is still going on, and the fires have been tragic. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
And I mean, most likely everything's going on accordingly, though. So I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What would you suggest for a 5-foot petite model coming into this industry with no experience to do first? Well, I kind of same as I just answered the other one is like learn, get
Yeah.
knowledge, like understand the craft of what you're getting into, right? Like you have to be fully
Mm-hmm.
aware of what you're getting into, and that's research and understanding it. And that's why like Renee, she's been a top model and she has all this experience and guidance. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
learn,
You gotta mind your business.
learn, check out, these videos, check out these agencies on here, what they're saying, these management companies. We have movie producers on here. We have social media influencers that come on here.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. And if it's something that, the Preview Models route is an amazing route if you're starting out as well, as far as
Yeah.
getting your foot wet into entertainment. So I mean, I guess I would say same to both. But what else would you say for this 5-foot petite model? And I do want to say it it doesn't matter that you're 5 foot petite
It does
model. Like
not.
you don't gotta put all that in there. Like, you want to
Right.
do this, let's do this. You know what I mean? I don't care what you
Yeah.
look like,
It
or
shows
anything going on.
it shows that a lot of these questions, like they're not doing enough research because right now this industry is not the way that it used to be. You don't have to be 5'9", skinny, blonde, and plastic to be able to be a proper model. Today, there is so much opportunity for so many different people. And, social media also, like if you are a model, no matter what kind of model you classify yourself as, you should be doing your research and figuring out, okay, who has done what I have done and how can I do this better? All of these things that I've done in my career, I want you guys to, if you want, you go research and then you figure out, okay, if she did it, how can I do better? You know what I mean? Because if you're 5 foot, that doesn't matter. I just told you about the girl who was on the runway with one leg. Okay. It didn't even matter that she, if she had those boundaries on herself, she would not be on the Sports Illustrated fashion show with one leg. Like that blew my mind. Like I was just like the biggest supporter. So if you have to get up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror, just like Josh said, and say, I am a star. I was born for this and I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure out, how do you figure out how to do it? Do your research. There are so many different short models. There's Kate Moss for one. That's the first one that's like off the top of my head. And there's so many other stuff that you can do. You can become, look up on Instagram and TikTok and different things. Make yourself a person that people want to work with, because at the end of the day, modeling's a job, right? And modeling
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
marketing. It's marketing. So you need to make yourself marketable to these brands. If these brands want to work with you, they don't care if you have one eye, one horn, and you're a fine purple people eater. They really don't. You just have to make sure that they want to work with you because they need you. Make yourself marketable. I'm so serious. It does not matter. what you look like at all. It doesn't matter.
Yo,
I'm
I was just
sorry.
thinking, I was just thinking about this funniest, one of the funniest things I saw today. You ever see those, um, like I'm scrolling and you're like, just you have like videos going on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever,
Mhm.
and I sometimes catch ones where like, oh, we're gonna like they're filming the cops as they get a ticket, you know.
Yeah.
One of them was like these two guys, and it was so funny. And the cop came to the window, and he's like, "Give me your ID." And this guy was dead serious. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's like, "I want your ID." He's like, "Well, I don't have one." And he gave him a collar, and he says, "Well, I identify as a cat."
I saw.
Right, right. No, wait, this is legit. And
I
then
saw that.
the officer was like so cool about it. He was just like,
Cats can't
"Okay,
drive.
and who is this right here? Is this your boyfriend?" It
It's
was
like my
two guys,
handler.
and he's like, "Well, how dare you say that he's my boyfriend? I'm his owner, right?" Because the guy was a cat, and
Mhm.
he's like, "Well, you have two options here. One, I could take you down and arrest you right now because cats are not be able to be licensed drivers,
Right.
and you know, and two, I'm going to take your owner into custody because you probably haven't had the proper rabies shots, or like it was so funny. And the cop like turned it around on them, and they were trying to be
That's
so
what they
hard, and
get.
they looked at the cop, or they looked at each other like, "What do we do?"
Exactly. Turn into a man real quick.
It was so funny. Oh, that just reminded me. It cracked me up today. Anyways, all right. Um, so
Random.
did you have or meet mentors that guided you through the modeling industry?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. I mean, the biggest, most known one I'm sure everyone knows is Tyra Banks. Like when I was modeling, there's not a lot of girls that look like her. And she made a huge splash in the industry for, and she wasn't just a model, she was a businesswoman. And I think that's what I admired the most about her. I've also like along the way I worked with different models that of different ages, sizes, colors, ethnicity, all kinds of different things. And there's always somebody, if you're nice to people, people want to help you. That's a big tip too. Like be nice to everybody. You never know who you're going to work with. Even if they're just starting tomorrow, they might be the next big thing. And if you're nice to them, you just you it's all about who you know in this business, you know? And you never know. Just all the mentors that I've met along the way. I think Josh was also kind of a mentor as well because he's also a businessman. And no, seriously, and like, just
I
so many different
appreciate that.
people. No, for real. There's so many different people. You talk to people, be nice to people, and people want, they'll want to help you and support you along your journey. Like I feel incredibly supported that, we're sitting here talking about my book. You know what I mean?
Of
And,
course, absolutely, absolutely. It's
but
all
that's
about
the thing.
support. Yeah,
It's really nice in this industry. It's a really dark, scary place. But if you're a nice human being, you're a good human being. Sometimes you're gonna get burned. Sometimes people are not nice, but you're gonna be able to find so much good, amazing human beings that want to help you and give you advice and be the type of person that can listen because you don't know everything. Like be a person that is ready to listen, ready to accept all kinds of different advice from different people. You don't have to take it, but it's really, really important to be the person that can listen because you never know where good mentors come from. It can be the most unlikely people in the entire world.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, excuse me. Sorry, that was terrible. All right. Um, I was gonna say something to you, but then I completely forgot because I had a weird cough. So I'll come back to it though. All
Okay.
right. Mentors. Talking about mentors.
Okay, let's.
Hate when I do that. It's
I know,
so
right?
good too. I was like gonna win an Oscar, but now I can't. All right. So, all right. Could I work with both an agent and a manager?
Yes, you can. You just have to make sure that you figure it out with the agent and the manager because it's a contract business. This is a business. So if on contract you are exclusive, if not, figure out how to make it work with both. You are the asset. As a
Yeah,
model,
and you can be
you are the
signed all over the world, right? Like you can be
yeah,
signed in multiple agencies around the world.
yeah, I am. Every different state you can be signed. Sometimes you can be signed in multiple states. For example, Florida, you can be signed with multiple agencies. It's one of those states where it's illegal to be exclusive. And a lot of the times I've thought that you can only be exclusively signed in Florida, but that's not true. So the thing is, it's like I say, big deal is know your business, right? So if you are signing up to work with a manager, read your contract. And if you can't read it, ask a lawyer to read it. And if the lawyer can't read it, ask ChatGPT to read it. You need to know what's in this contract. And if you want to not be exclusive, you need to make sure that you explain that with both people. Because if not, you're not minding your business. You have to.
Yeah. You read all your contracts, like all the pages?
Yes, I didn't at first, and when I first started doing when I was gonna go on America's Next Top Model, I was signed, and my agent tried to sue me because I had to get out of the contract. So I've always had issues leaving contracts. So I learned real quick. You have to
That's
read your
crazy.
yeah, because modeling contracts are very much property. We become property. So you have to know what's in these contracts and you have to like weigh it out because if you want to be in an agency that's not going to alter their contract, you have to understand what you're signing up for. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have to. You can't just sign stuff because if you just sign stuff, you're going to get in a lot of trouble.
All right. I think we're posting a link, an Amazon link to purchase Renee's book on the chat.
Yes,
And it
support
is The
me.
Business Model. Check it out. Show some love. She's got some great things to say in there. So,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
workbook too, so you're able to, write your own information in there. So it's not just about me, it's all about how you're gonna make this a business, because it is.
It
That's
is.
what
Absolutely.
business model.
Absolutely. The business model.
Yeah,
You got to hold it a little higher. I can
the
only see
business
half when you
model.
do that. There you go. I like it. How many pages is it?
100 pages. It's not super
100
long.
pages. All
Yeah,
right. I like it. That's a
huge.
good
So you're
workbook.
able to like write, like what page is this? See model info. Can you see? It
Yeah.
shows you exactly and it explains exactly what you put.
Have
Here.
you been on Zoom with the March production group yet?
I don't think so.
Just okay. We got to set that up for you.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I think everybody should have coming into this. You know what I mean? Like a workbook,
Yeah.
a guideline. So,
Yeah.
and I know it was like one of the things that we wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
off air here. But yeah, I like it. I like it. All right.
Thank you.
Do modeling agencies want to see a resume with the trainings and workshops taken?
Honestly, it depends. Not usually, but if it's something that contributes, because if you don't have any experience, that works as experience sometimes. So, but it shows. The thing is, it's like they don't have to see that physically, but it shows when you have those trainings. If you don't have a training sometimes and you're completely new, it shows. No one wants to book a model. Look at this. We are spending thousands and thousands of dollars to have you in our commercial so that you can sell. You walk on set, you don't know what anything is, and that means you're wasting money. You're wasting the production money, you're wasting people's time, and time is money. So if you don't have these trainings, you don't have all these different things, it shows because we're not hiring you to nurture and hug you. We're hiring you to make us money because you're an asset. So if you're not handling that business, they can tell when you walk in there and they're like, fill out this form. They always give you a model form to fill out. You can't fill it out. You're asking all these questions. That's wasting time. That's absolutely wasting time. If you don't, you go to a casting, and you're like, let's do a slate. Can you just do a slate and then get to the casting? And you don't know what that is. You're asking what that is. That's automatically telling me that you're wasting my time, and time is money. This is a job. I really want to stress that because a lot of people don't realize that modeling is a job. They think it's all about them being cute. No one cares if you're cute.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many people. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been on the road for a
A
long
long time.
time, and it's like
Yeah.
everybody thinks that it's just like, well, I'm beautiful. I'm just
That means nothing.
Target's gonna walk right in here and hand me a campaign and be like, here you go, pal. Like,
That
I mean,
happens for people, and then you get on set, and then you're just like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to understand the craft of what you're getting into, and there's levels to it. Okay, there's
oh
levels
yeah,
to it. You know,
oh yeah,
there's a huge difference from doing like your fashion, your state's fashion weeks, or Phoenix Fashion Week, or whatever that might be. There's bigger fashion weeks.
yeah,
As opposed to like working campaigns and getting paid, like
right.
commercial print pays. Like me and the boys, we just did a Boost Mobile campaign.
Oh
We got,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know if I
Was it
should say the name
worldwide?
actually,
Was it worldwide?
but we got paid. Was that?
Worldwide?
So we're doing. I don't know if it's worldwide because Boost
Maybe
Mobile I think
nationwide?
is just US. Yeah.
But that's no nation. See, those are the things that people got to know, like worldwide versus
Oh yeah.
nationwide versus
I don't.
usage.
I don't think Boost Mobile makes it out the country. I'm not sure.
But that's still
If it
freaking
if it does, I
awesome.
apologize, Boost Mobile. Yeah,
That's
but
huge. That's
yeah,
huge.
it was cool. Like I mean, we got that by just shooting videos, and we got paid. You know, I'll just say we got paid well over 10 grand to shoot a 3-minute video. It was crazy. So
Commercial is
not even 3 minutes. Sorry, it's like a minute.
yeah, no, commercial. I did not realize that is the bag. It's
I
even better than
know.
movies, I think, in my experience. Like it is the bag.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
we've
goodness.
been getting casinos lately. We got some pizza
Yeah.
places, so it's been
No,
fun. It's
see,
been
those
fun.
are the ones because it's relatable, and the thing is, it's like when you work with people on a level, it's like Target versus Gucci. More people buy from Target, so you have more opportunities to make more money. There's more eyes on you, so that's the kind of what's that called? That's the kind of resume you want to have. You don't want the resume of saying, I did my auntie Keisha's fashion show yesterday and I've done it every single year, so I'm super experienced. No, we want to see experience like a Boost Mobile commercial that's nationwide, that has
Oh,
so
which
and
is
so.
worldwide, I've just been told. Sorry.
You see,
Worldwide.
that's a bag. I know that was a bag. Okay, that's awesome. You see what I mean? Like, there's so many things that you have to know, and like if you don't know like the verbiage, you're gonna get taken advantage of, and people don't
Absolutely.
want to sit here and talk to you about your job because it's
Yeah.
your job. You
And
know,
I just remembered what I was going to say to you
what were you gonna say, Josh?
is when we were talking about like the mentorship aspect of it,
Yeah,
I was talking about like how it is so important to surround yourself with good people. You know what I mean? Like
oh my
good
gosh,
people in the industry that know it, like professionals, like working with Renee, working with like, the spotlight team, working with, preview models in the production. These are good people. You're surrounding
yeah,
yourself with good people. They're watching out for you because I wanted to say, as glorious and as this is, there is a dark side to it, that people need to be aware of.
yeah,
And that's like just something that like I kind of wanted to just touch on is like you have to, and that's why it's so much more important to do your research and be a part of
yeah,
things like this and working, like going on these lives for,
yeah.
that we have on Spotlight, because when you get to LA, everybody that you meet is a
An
producer or
opportunity.
a photo or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's like, sure, pal, sure.
Mhm.
And it's like you got to spot these things. You got to
Yeah,
understand like what you're getting into because there are terrible people out there that will take advantage. And so, you have
yeah,
to really understand the craft of what you're getting into and the people around it. And that's what I was
yeah.
gonna and I mean I'm
No,
sure you
that's
could
so
touch on it,
true.
but yeah.
No, that's totally true. I've been burned by a lot of people, so many people. But when you do find these people that are super, super like good people that you want to be around, like for example, when I go into preview and I see all these new models, a lot of them don't realize who they're around because being there is kind of like family, right? Everyone's like laughing and joking and having such a good time. And I'm just like in my head sometimes I'm just like I just want to shake them. I'm like, listen, like, do you know who you're talking to? Even the fellow models that they're talking to, like I always tell them when I do my classes, I'm just like, get each other's Instagrams, support each other, because this is like your tribe. If you don't have friends in this industry, who's going to watch your back? You know what I mean? Like, you
Absolutely.
guys are all in this together. It's kind of like college. It's just like the model entertainment business kind of college. Like, you spend so much time learning your craft. You want somebody on that journey with you that got your back. And, you know, like, the more that you guys are sticking together and growing together, the better it is, the better the experience is, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I just had to say that because, you know, sometimes they catch up in my brain, you know, like because I'll be like, oh crap, and then it gets stuck in an area, then it comes back, you know. Um, all right. So do you need to be a model to be in a commercial?
No, well, you kind of are a model if you're in a commercial, but no, when I'm assuming that you're thinking a fashion model. There is also, what I'm starting to see, there is a huge industry out there, and there's a lot of castings that I've been seeing that are asking for real life people. I know that sounds so weird, but that you don't, because not every, like, look at the AARP commercials. They're not looking for supermodel types. They're looking for real people. Or there's a lot of healthcare commercials. There's a lot
Yeah.
of, look at Dove. Dove is a huge brand, and they use real, I don't like that word, but they use real looking women, women that are not, you know, the Instagram baddies. They, you know, right now, even to Victoria's Secret is using women that are more relatable. Let's use that word. You don't have to be a certain thing to be in this industry and to be in commercials or doing different things at all. People want you. The sooner you realize that they want you, the sooner you start getting work.
Yeah, they just want you. They want the best version of you. They want you
Exactly.
to understand, like, if this is what you're passionate about, like, and knowledgeable about, right? You can't just walk in
Mhm.
the scene and be like, yo, I'm pretty. Where's my commercial? Like, you know, approach it as a
Exactly.
business, approach it as a profession, and it can be, you know, like I've been
Mhm.
in entertainment now for I don't even know, 13, 14, 15 years,
Yeah.
something like that. My age is it's getting up there. I got some
Yeah,
gray hairs
same.
now. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's
And it's
crazy.
just getting better.
Yeah, and I'm like a fine wine, you know. I just yeah, like I get better with age, you know.
That's funny. It's getting
Oh
better
man.
and better.
All right. How can I get started as an actor? What's a
Ooh.
good way to start for acting? Well, I would say if you're starting out in acting, and you've not done anything before, you know, there's probably some like local classes. I mean,
Yeah.
because everybody thinks they want to be an actor, but it's like when it gets
Hard.
down to it, like, and you're in the light and it's just you and you got cameras around there, like, you got to know that you can handle that, you know? So I would say,
Mhm.
like, basic, you know, put yourself on camera is what I would say. Like, get, you know, write a few scenes and like get some cameras, even iPhones, and like actually just start shooting scenes like with your camera and learn how to talk to the camera, learn how to act like, you know, and know where your angles are and how to deliver lines, you know, like basic stuff. Like start filming yourself, like do
Yeah.
commercials yourself, do them in the mirror, like see how you look on camera. Like is I would say like where you're starting. But like when you get into like these acting classes, I mean,
They're
it can be a
scary.
little intimidating. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can be intimidating.
Make you cry.
I went to an acting class one time in LA and I was like sitting in there and I was watching these people. They put like it's just two chairs and they're doing a scene and it's so incredible. Like the acting was incredible and like almost brought me to tears. I was like, yo, I am in the wrong place. I cannot do this
Dude,
shit. You know
first
what I
acting
mean?
class, I cried like a baby. It's so hard. It's so intense. Acting class is tough.
It is.
It's
It's
tough.
crazy that everybody thinks that it's just so easy that they're just gonna point and shoot a camera. There's
No,
a
it's
lot to it. Like, that's why we keep talking about, like, education, because education is so key in this industry. I guarantee you some of the top actors in the world are still working their craft. Like, they're
oh yeah.
still bettering their craft, you know, like,
Yeah.
just how golfers gotta practice, like, actors gotta practice, and people think that oh well, I'm so pretty, I'm so good at talking that I don't got to pay for anything, because that's what you're not supposed to, or you're not supposed to. Yeah, never pay an agency any money for
Oh
representation.
no.
That's law. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like learning
Actually, yeah.
and like getting information and doing like actual homework, like you have to invest in yourself. If
Oh
you
yeah.
don't, you will not make it.
Yeah.
I'm just got to say that.
Yeah. Even like your tools too. Like you need like comp cards, you need, like different
All of
things.
it.
Like all these things, it's investing in your future.
Yeah. So hey, Renee, that's all our time tonight. Unfortunately, this is just getting going, but so takeaways tonight. Make sure you do your research. Make sure
Yeah.
you find a really good path, network, and learn. Check out Spotlight first
Mhm.
and foremost. Get on these lives, like watch the informational sessions, watch these agencies talk, like what they're
Yeah.
saying, and just retain all that information. And we have actual agency go sees on here, like check it out. We have a magazine. For the work itself, check out Renee's book, the business model. Check it out. There it is. And yeah, and if you're really ready for the big show, let preview models know. Let them know what's up, because we do productions and we do them big in Hollywood. And that's why we have Spotlight, is so that everybody can learn entertainment, understand the business, and we're bringing Hollywood to everybody. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
So, Renee, thank you so much for joining me tonight and listening to me ramble. Sometimes I can go off on tangents, but I appreciate you like always. And I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you in March for the
Yeah, no, it's
production.
always a pleasure. It's always
And
a pleasure.
we'll need to jump on soon for another one for all these preview models, just specifically for the book.
Okay.
So, thank you guys all for joining us tonight. That is all the time for me and Renee. We will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.